Welcome to our Wednesday morning inspiration service at the Redondo Beach Center for Spiritual Living. So good to be here with all of you. I'm Reverend Gregory Toole. I'm going to start with prayer. We've got Dr. Moira Foxe sitting here waiting to give her talk. So we're looking forward to that, Dr. Moira. All right, let's turn within for prayer this morning. Welcome to all of you online. And so this morning, I remember that God is all there is, that there's one power, one life, one presence, one infinite presence of harmony, of love, of wholeness, and that this one indwells me. This one is the very life that lives and has its being through and as me. And not only is it true of me, it is true of each one of us who are here, each one listening, and each one who concerns us. For in truth, it is the life of all. One life, one power, one presence. In this awareness, I speak my word. I bless this time together. I know it is a divine appointment. It is a divine moment, a beautiful sacred moment where I know that Dr. Moira Foxe is this amazing vessel for Spirit to bring the message today for all of us to be uplifted, to be expanded, to be deepened. And so I know that that is exactly what is taking place. And I know that each of us are here to shine our light in such a way that we all benefit from this beautiful medicine that we create together in this room today and out into the ethers. I bless it all. I know it is so, so good. And therefore, I am grateful for it all. In gratitude, I release this word. I let it be. And so it is. Amen. Good to see everyone. Thanks for being here. I'm going to invite everyone to remember to silence your phones. That way we won't have any interruptions or disruptions or calls from God. All the calls from God will happen from within without any technology. The way it used to be. Our announcements this week. This Saturday starts our Conscious Loving class with yours truly, myself, Reverend Gregory Toole. That begins this Saturday. It'll be 6 Saturdays. Awesome class, if I might say so, to really model what it is to be in conscious relationship, not only our intimate relationships, but all of our relationships, the many, many relationships we have with family and friends and community. So great way to get conscious in our loving and in our relationships. Night out at the theater coming up this Saturday as well. Center for Spiritual Living Night Out at the Theater, tribute to King of Rock and Roll, Elvis Presley. That'll be Saturday, this Saturday at 5 p.m. You can get tickets right at the desk here for $25. If you get them at the door, it's going to be $40. So I think you prefer to get them here for $25. You can get them right after the service today or through tomorrow. And then after that, it will be $40. But it's going to be great because we're going to have a whole bunch of us from Center for Spiritual Living dancing and communing and having fun around Elvis Presley songs. Doesn't get better than that. Our Labyrinth Walk is today, so if you're so inclined, after the service today, walk right over to Vishnu Hall and take a nice meditative, contemplative walk through our labyrinth. And then if you want to do something a little bit more upbeat, next Wednesday, a week from today, at 6 p.m., is our ecstatic dance. And we get to move very freely. It's the most freeing way to move that you'll ever find. And so join us for that next Wednesday at 6. Save the date for our teen bake sale coming up on February 15th, Sunday, February 15th, after service, 12 to 12:30. And all proceeds go to Summer Teen Camp. And our teens are just getting awesome experiences with these teen camps. So we want to support them in going. There's another workshop from Natalia Jansen. If you went to the first one, you know what I'm talking about. If you didn't go to the first one, don't miss this one. It'll be Sunday, February 15th. So not this coming Sunday, but the following Sunday, after service, right here in the sanctuary, and improv for the soul. She has a beautiful way of taking us through improv. It's very connecting, it's very freeing, and it's a good time. It's a good time. It's fun. It'll be funny. You'll enjoy yourself. I am also putting on a intentional manifestation workshop on the last Sunday of this month, the 22nd. So that'll be like 2 weeks from this Sunday. So February 22nd, intentional manifestation. That's our theme for February. So we're going to get down and really apply it very directly in our lives at the workshop. Our vegan potluck is coming up. I'm sure Sue is not excited at all about that, even though she's raising her hands right now. Vegan potluck's coming up Wednesday, February 18th, 6 p.m. Many, many non-vegans come and love it because it is a true feast. And you find out what it is we actually eat. Those who are vegan, you find out like, oh, wow, you're not just eating bird food. This is actually good. You might be happy to know, if you haven't already heard, that the board has eliminated the $35 membership fee starting this year, beginning of this year. No more $35 membership fee because you all already give generously to the community as members anyway. So there's no need to put like a little special fee in there. So we're kind of like letting that go and just giving gratitude for the way you already support the community. January 30th through April 4th is the season for nonviolence. You can find the daily practices, 64 days of practices out in the foyer. February is our Bears of Love month. If you haven't already noticed all these stuffed animals around the room, I love how many are coming up, and we welcome more all through the month of February. You can bring a medium-sized stuffed animal. They'll soak up all the beautiful energy of our services. On the 22nd, we'll pray over them. The ministers, practitioners, myself, will pray over all the bears, and then they go to children around the country who are going through difficult times. So all those bears that you can hug a bear right now even and put some of that love in there, and they're going to go to those children, and they're going to just feel all that love that you have put in there. We're sunsetting our Spirit Speaks magazine. It's been a wonderful thing, but it now is a duplicate of all that we already have because we got flyers for everything. We got the e-newsletter. We got a summary page that tells all the events. So it's a lot of work and a lot of paper, and it's time to let it go, but we're very thankful for the ways that it served. We will have, starting in March, the e-newsletter in hard copy printed out at the front desk for those who don't use email and say, well, I don't get the e-newsletter, I don't use email. You can go to the front desk and they'll give you a paper copy of the e-newsletter if that is you. Our office will be closed on Monday, February 16th for President's Day. So don't come on that day, Monday, February 16th. More information at the table in the lobby, weekly e-newsletter, and the Spirit Speaks magazine still does exist for January and February, so you can still pick it up out there if you would like. Maybe it's a collector's item now since that's the last one. You can sell it now. Lastly, a big thank you to all of our wonderful volunteers. We appreciate you all so much. Let's give a hand to our volunteers here who do such amazing service. Our speaker today is the one and only Dr. Moira Foxe, here to enlighten us with her beautiful wisdom. And before we get to Dr. Moira Foxe, we will have a song from our amazing lead musician, Elise Carver.
Thank you. This song is called Allowing by Susie Holcher. It's all about allowing peace within, the absolute surrender, so serenity begins. For when the storm subsided and calm becomes the way, it's all about allowing it to stay. It's all about allowing love to flow. It's setting down your burdens and just simply letting go. For as you cease the struggle,
all about allowing it to start. Now feel it warm and shining, new with promise, strong, undying love, different than any you have known. And love, a seed is sown. It's all about allowing change to show, then living in the moment like it's all you've ever known. And though it won't be easy, you can truly say you've tried, for it's all about allowing it inside. About allowing love to flow, setting down your burdens and you simply let it go. For as you cease the struggle and love pours through your heart, it was all about allowing. It's all about allowing it to start.
So good morning, Redondo. It's good to see you all and all of you looking in. It's a great good day here. The sun is shining, and of course, when the sun is shining, as far as I'm concerned, all is well. All is well. So since we're approaching the great Valentine's Day, I thought love might be a good thing to ponder today. And I just came across this piece called Be Love. And it's an ad that the television has been showing for a long time for Pandora jewelry. And this is the ad. Be the one thing that can change everything. Be bold, be authentic, be brilliant. Be the unexpected, the beauty. Be an open heart, a first step. A comfort, a force. Be true, be nurturing. Be open-minded, be understanding. Be connected to what matters. Be selfless, be limitless. Be the laughter in a world where you can be anything. Be love. Love, love, love. And I thought this was wonderful. This is a television ad. It's on quite a lot. So in a world where you can be anything, be love. And then one of my favorite readings always has been from Corinthians 1:3. St. Paul had it down pat too when he said, love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. Love is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects. It always trusts. It always hopes. Always perseveres. Love never fails. But where there are prophecies, they will cease. Where there are tongues, they will be stilled. Where there is knowledge, it will pass away. And now, these three things will remain: faith, hope, and love. But the greatest of these is love. I've always loved that piece of scripture, I must say. It's always appealed to me very much because Paul sums it up very well as far as love is concerned. And you get from what he says that love is very much an action word. It's an action word. There's movement behind it. There's reaching out from it. There's a sense that love is always the answer. Always. Now, at the moment when we look around in the world, we can see there's plenty of room for more love. Plenty of room. And I came across this piece. It's a Pandora jewelry ad that's on the television a lot, and you may have seen it. And it suggests, be the one thing that can change everything. Be the one thing that can change everything. Be bold, be authentic, be beauty, be an open heart, a first step, a comfort, a force. Be true, be nurturing, be open-minded, be understanding, be connected to what matters, be selfless, be limitless, be the laughter. In a world where you can be anything, be love, be love, be love, be love. They state it 4 times. In a world where you can be anything, be love. And heaven knows we could do with all the love that we can give and receive in this day and age. And as the great poet Herbert said, love will do the deed. For with love, stony hearts will bleed. So all of us are called right now to be the most loving we have ever been in this world of ours that needs that love so very much at this time. It's awesome, actually, at times when you look out into the world and you see what's going on. And it's not awesome in a very good way at times. But you and I are here on a mission. We're on purpose here. We put up our hands and said, we'll go. Yes, we'll go. I know it's rough down there, but I'll go. And we are on a mission. Always. And it is to be this thing called love. And nobody says it better than St. Paul does in 1 Corinthians. 1 Corinthians 3, and I would advise that you look it up again and that you keep a copy of it near you and you read it often until you really and truly become it. And he says, love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast, nor is it proud. It does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices always in the truth. It always protects, trusts, and hopes. Always perseveres. Love never fails. But where there are prophecies, they will cease. Where there are tongues, they will be stilled. Where there is knowledge, it will pass away. And then these three things shall remain: faith, hope, and love. And the greatest of these is love. So as we approach St. Valentine's Day, when it's all about flowers and chocolate, let's not forget the gifts of love. The gifts of love. And love is always gifting. And I'm sure you have noticed that. Love is always gifting because that's love's nature. Love's nature is to give. And its main focus is on giving, not on receiving. Its main focus is on giving. Just as it was in the life of every great saint, and indeed in the life of Jesus, who gave his very life for love. So this Valentine's Day, let us make it a day of recollection as well as flowers and chocolate. We could be a little bit more fixed on the whole idea that it celebrates love, but love as we know it as metaphysicians. There is no greater thing than love. And it is very, very much an action thing. It's all about action in our interactions. It calls us high all the time. What would love do? How would love appear? How can I be loving in this situation? And it's linked with all the other great virtues, isn't it? Like kindness, and goodness, and mercy. And that's what you and I are. We were created from love to be loved and to love. That's what we are. That's our nature. Our nature is to be loving, caring, giving, making the difference, mending, fixing, healing, because that's what love does. Each one of us is a love child. Each one of us is a love child in every way. And Spirit ordained it that way, that we would come from love to be loved and then to love. And on St. Valentine's Day, we get to remember that love is more than flowers and chocolate, although those are very good too. We get to be this energy that is transforming. That's what love is. It's an energy that transforms. It uplifts, it expands, it advances, it adds to. And that's what you and I are born to to be. Why? Because we're born from love. We're created out of love, the Godhead's love. To be loved, and then to go forth and love and be it in action. And you know, if there was that extra feeling and action attached to it with regard to love in our world, this world would be different. It could end wars. It could end famine. It could create a whole new experience of life and living on this plane. Love will do the deed, for with love stony hearts will bleed, said Herbert. So this Valentine's Day, maybe we could ask ourselves, where am I with regard to faith, hope, and love? And the greatest of these is love. We could ask ourselves that question. How am I doing with faith, hope, love? How do I show up? Well, you and I have been called to show up as love. That's the way we've been called, to show up as love. Love in action. What does that look like? It looks like the way you think, the way you feel, and the way you act. That's how love looks. How we feel, how we think, how we act. They say of great people of deep spirituality, they never met a person they didn't love. They never met a person they didn't love. They knew we are all one thing, one family, the family of God. And we say all of these things, and sometimes very, very casually. But the thing about love is, it thinks deeply, it feels deeply, and it acts tremendously. It's a thinking, it's a feeling, it's an action. It's those three things together. So maybe on this Valentine's Day, we could spend a little bit time contemplating how we show up as love, apart from the flowers and the chocolates. How do I show up every day in my life as love? Because that's what I was made to be, called to be every day. I came from love, as love, to love, and be loved. Love will do the deed, for with love stony hearts will bleed. Love is a great mender, a great fixer, a great healer. Love creates miracles. Love. We'll never get to the end of it because there's always more of it. So when we think about ourselves, we must think that love created us as itself to be love, and to love, to receive that love in return. And that's what it is all about. It's as simple and as challenging as that. So remember, your middle name is Love. Love. And in the way that we're thinking of it as loving thoughts, loving feelings, and loving actions. Because it's an action word. Love is an action word. And we sing, "Love is my decision," don't we? We sing, "Love is my decision." And so love is a decision. It's also the answer. Love is the answer always. Love is the fix always. Love is the cure always. I remember when I was a small child, and whenever we got a cough or a cold or flu or something like that, and we had to be in bed and have our temperatures taken and drink these drinks and medicines and all of that, my mother had this amazing case, big, huge case. And in it, there were all kinds of amazing things from all over. And that was the time when she would let us have that case and rummage through it and delight in what was in it. And there were all kinds of marvelous things from other countries and so on. Because once upon a time, when she was a young lady and when she was courting, she had a boyfriend who traveled the world, and he always brought her back some things from wherever he was. So we used to love to get an opportunity to dig into that case. There was even, oh my goodness, that she used to take away as soon as we saw it. There was a dagger, there was a dagger from Egypt, and it had a stone in it and so on, a gemstone. But that she would take away because we could have done some damage with that as a child. But for the rest, it was wonderful. It was great. It was like a treasure chest, and it was like a discovery search. And I can always remember that she would always stress that some of those things were things that, like the dagger, wouldn't be used for good, and that's not a good thing. And that the greatest treasure of all was the love that parents have for their children and children have for their parents, and that people have for each other, that was the greatest gift of all. And it's one of my cherished memories, I have to say. So love is my decision. It's also the answer. Love is the answer. It's the answer to everything, and it's the fix. Love is the fix. It'll fix everything. Love is the cure. And part of our cure was that big case, Love is the cure. And love is our expression. Love is our nature. Love is what we are. And if we could all remember that, what a different world we'd be living in. Love is who we are so that our joy may be complete, our life abundant, and we experience deep peace as a result of being love. Love shouts gratitude. Love's dance is energy and grace. Love is life's best partner. It keeps us centered and advancing in grace and spiritual stature. And God, above all, is love. And we who abide in love abide in God, and God abides in each one of us. Born, you and I, in the image and likeness of God. And we're told that's love. So maybe on Valentine's Day, we could ask ourselves, how are we doing with being love? How am I doing with showing up in life as love? And I'm not talking about all the romance around Valentine's Day. I'm talking about that powerful, strong, amazing energy we call love. How am I showing up as love would be a good question to ask on Valentine's Day. How am I showing up as love in my life every day? Love will do the deed, for with love stony hearts will bleed. The God I am is love. And all of the great ones demonstrated that. That was Jesus' whole gig. Love. 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 So, as Corinthians says, love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices in the truth. Love always protects, always trusts, and love never fails. Love preserves. Where there are prophecies, they will cease. Where there are tongues, they will be stilled. Where there is knowledge, it will pass away. But now these three things remain: faith, hope, and love. And the greatest of these is love. So, my dear ones, you and I have a lot to live up to. For we came from love, as love, to be loved, and then to love. It's a big challenge, but we are equal to it because we have the capacity for it. And that inner grace that we have and that was given to us at our baptisms helps us to remember who we are, what we are, and whose we are. And if we remember those things, life will proceed beautifully. So when Valentine's Day comes, my dear ones, celebrate yourselves as love with every piece of chocolate you eat and every flower you see. I am love. I am love in action. I am the image and likeness of God, and I am that image and likeness in the way I love. So, have a great Valentine's Day, and remember, be love, be love, be love, be love. And smile when you see that ad on the telly. Be love.
Thank you, Dr. Moira Foxe. Let's give her some even more love. That was awesome. Be love. I love it. Yes. Well, we've reached that time of conscious giving. Thanks for the ways that you all give so generously to this community. And we have many different ways to give right up here on the screen. You can text to give to 424-379-3733. You can use the website, redondocsl.org/donate. You can also use the QR code if you're really cool. And those of you online also, thank you so much for being here and the ways that you give. And those all work for the online givers as well. So thank you so much. And let us hold our gifts in our hand or our hand to our heart as we read and together our affirmation. Divine love consecrates my gift. It goes forth to heal, to bless, and to prosper all those who give and all those who receive. I rejoice in the sharing of my good, and I release my gift with love, and so it is. Yes, and thank you, Vicki, for being our usher today.
Love is my decision, up to me to give of my heart. Love is my decision. No one else can tell me to start. And once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision, right here and now. Love is my decision. It's up to me to stand on that bridge. Love is my decision. No one else can make me forgive. And once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision, right here and now. Love is my decision. It's up to me to dance down the road. And love is my decision. No one else can lighten my load. And once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. And love is my decision, right here and now. My decision, right here and now.
Thank you, Elise Carver. The perfect song after that talk. I thought so. See that? She's so good. She's so good. All right, Dr. Moira, I think probably people are going to want to ask you a few questions.
Happy to answer if I can.
Yes. You got your mic already?
Yes. Questions? Yes.
What was your favorite object in the case? Hi, sorry. What was your favorite object in the case of love that your mother used as healing for you?
Well, it was a wonderful orb, and it was an alabaster orb, and it had a stand, and it always appealed to me greatly. I used to play with that one a lot. I recommend a case for everybody.
I just want to say I love you, and the community has been amazing to me. I've received so much love and compassion, and I'm very grateful.
That's beautiful. It is a beautiful community. Thank
Yes,
you.
it is.
Yes. Somebody back there.
Hello, Reverend Moira.
Hello.
Thank you so much for that talk. I do want to add a little bit even to it. I am very intrigued about near-death experiences, and I've heard many panels, and I'm watching a lot of videos about it. And the message they all come back with is that it's all about us sharing love. So even on the other side, that's the message. So I don't know if you want to add anything about that. And also I would love you to pray for the Earth School we are on right now here, for love and peace in this world we are in at this moment. That's my prayer request for today. Thank you.
Well, of course, on the other side of this life, when we're talking about heaven, it's all about love. Absolutely all about love. But we all have to understand love as that very wholesome thing that contains all goodness. So love is all about goodness. So when we are most loving, we are at our best good. And why wouldn't love be what heaven is all about? We came from heaven, from love. It is love. And you know, all of us are going to perceive love in our own individual way. But the biggest thing about love is that it's huge. And its stretch is very far. It covers everything. And nothing is outside of it. Everything is within it. And that's how huge the energy is within you. That's how amazing that love energy is in you and in me. Love will do the deed, for with love stony hearts will bleed. And I extend that to love can create any great good. Love can mend and fix and heal. There's nothing enough love cannot do. You've heard that a long time. There's nothing enough love cannot mend or fix or heal or do. Enough. The question is, when do we think we're loving enough? So, when a challenge comes our way, we need to amp up love. We need to love more, be more the expression of love. Because it is magical. It's magical. It is no secret what love can do. What love has done for others, love can do for you. Although I believe the real words are, it is no secret what God can do. What God has done for others, God can do for you, but God is love. And the thing about it is, you and I are always endeavoring to expand our own understanding of what love is, and that goes on forever. But wait, there's more. When it comes to love, always, but wait, there's more. I think Jesus summed it up as best anyone could. Love your enemies, do good to those who hate you, pray for those who persecute you and calumniate you. Even your enemies deserve love. That's a toughie. would that be? It's because we're all born with the seeds of God within us. We're all of us born with those seeds of Godness within us. And you and I get to grow them as we mature spiritually. There's nothing sweeter, there's nothing better, there's nothing greater than God. So, the best thing to do is love up on God. The best thing to do is to be in a deep relationship with God. The best thing to know is that's your primary relationship, your relationship with God. And out of that flows all the other good. And the song was really, it is no secret what God can do, what God has done for others, God can do for you, and then some. There's no reluctance in God. There's none. I have come that you may have love, you may have life, and have life in abundance. I have come that your joy may be complete. Come to me, all you who labor and are burdened, and I will refresh you. Those are definite statements. Very concrete, definite statements. Come to me, all you who labor and are burdened, and I will refresh you. Look upon me and be saved. Go back to the scriptures, read carefully. And those scriptures are not just for somebody else out there, they're for you, they're for me. Come to me, all you who labor and are burdened, and I will, not maybe, I will refresh you. Cast your care upon the Lord. That's what we do in our prayer treatment. We cast our cares upon the law, and we go free. Because law can equal Lord. So, my dear, we have a lot going for us, and we need to take it on.
Speaking of prayer, I heard a request for a prayer for our world right now. Would you be willing to give us a prayer for our world?
Absolutely. So, everybody, just relax in your seats and get comfortable. Close your eyes and enter the inner temple now, so that this can be known and demonstrated in our world. There is only the one thing, and that is God in its many expressions. And I'm calling upon that power and that presence now, that infinite spirit, to move through every single individualized expression of itself in this world, and to remind each one of their true nature. God and I are one. God and I are one. God and I are one. There is only God. So I am knowing that right now, every individualized expression of spirit on this plane is being touched into awakening and remembering the truth of themselves, who they are, what they are, and how they can be. And what God enters in God never leaves. Once God enters in, God never leaves. So I am knowing right now that something within each and every one of us on this plane is remembering, is awakening to the understanding that each one is so much more than each one thinks. And that moreness is the power, it is the presence of the Spirit of life, the Spirit of God itself within each one. And it never leaves. It's always available. So peace on earth and peace be in each individualized expression of spirit. And out of that peace may love flow. May awakening occur. May joy replace doubt. And love replace fear. May this world be raised up into that energy of heaven that mends and fixes and heals and awakens, so that it can indeed be that beautiful shining orb of light that it is meant to be. And may each one of us, listening to this statement, rededicate ourselves to being the very best that we can be, and raise the energy on this plane, and be in service to those who wander and are lost. For God so loved the world that God sent the world, each individual in this room and listening in. And so we praise and bless our source. And we call upon the great Holy Spirit to fill us with its wisdom, its knowledge, and its grace, so that we can always be open and receptive to being the very, very best of ourselves, wherever we are, with whomever we are, however we are, and always within each one of us, to God be the glory. This is the truth, and it's spoken now. It's been received and heard and responded to as I release it now into the law, knowing it is so as I say, and so it is. So it is.
Oh, and so it is. Let's give some more love to Dr. Moira Foxe. Awesome. Thank you for being here today, everyone. Let's give some love to Jane Zumbro, who sets up the labyrinth for us every month. And it is, yes. It is available today for you to go and take all of that message from Dr. Moira of love and kind of go walk the labyrinth and contemplate, what would that be like for me to walk in love and live love just as Dr. Moira guided us to do. So go have fun with the labyrinth if you're able to, and if not, go head out and enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. Thanks for spending time with us. Blessings.